now for my Sonya Manips. That's why that's relevant. Instead of my old Google Doc. I'll just go into it. No practice, no warm-up or anything today. I'm just gonna try to get a run going. Don't have high expectations, but we'll see what happens. I haven't played the game at all today. A little bit yesterday. I was working on more Sonya Manips, just like transcribing them. Updating stuff. I'm a little sick of it already, and there's still like 14 more to go. And there's already a few setups I'm not happy with. I mean, I wasn't happy with them before either, but... Hey Usagi, yep, Suiko stream, it's happening. Thank you for the bits. Appreciate it. Hope we actually get to see some of the game today. With how runs have been going lately, I'm not sure we will. That was bad mashing. Oh, my controller feels weird. Alright, +1. Be on the later side. Right down, down. Oh, left? Wait, left, down. Oh, okay, frame 10. I haven't seen that one possibly ever, actually. Okay, so that's a lot of world map steps, but it's actually the shortest world map walk in all of these. So if I can hit this, it should be pretty fast. But the gate movement's pretty annoying. I think the play will be to do, like, bounce off the right wall, or left wall, left pillar of the gate, and then add 5 steps after I pass the middle. So it'll be aligned with, like, I'll be halfway into the right side of the gate. But if I get it, it's a 6-step bonbon fight, which is pretty sick. And it's a scatter, so I don't have to do any complicated movement. Oh, to the birds. Scatter up +7. Perfect. There it is. I don't even know the right distance to walk from this tile. I'm one short of that one, so like one more into the white. That should be safe. Might have to run back and forth a little bit, but... No, that was perfect. I was hoping for a bit of a better time here. It's like a 447. Yeah. I think if that wasn't like, if I was warmed up, that could have been faster. Like, better matching and whatnot. Because the 6-step world map is pretty sick. Not sure if I would, yeah, I think I would have bounced the wrong way there. Oh, it's better matching on the tail end at least. I got the 2. Good for a first run because it's easier. I 10 medicine con Cleo attack. Not bad for the RNG we got. Ugh. Feels bad missing on stairs than that one because that one's the easiest one. Didn't talk to like that right away. Doesn't matter though, just tiny time loss. movement finally. I've been messing up that movement for a lot. Been messing that up on a lot of runs. Magic, on the other hand, leaves something to be desired, but... Walked a little bit then there. I recognize that. That's like... I think that's like basically perfect. That's what I was like getting when I was testing this stuff. Ah. And the usual indicator that gives me no actual info. There it is. That was perfect. I want to add some steps exiting. That should be fairly early. Oh, around 5,300, so I want to add a ton. I want to add some. Just a little bit. Yeah, that should do it. I think that's an indicator that we're in the right spot at least, but I hate seeing that battle. Double world map battle is pretty bad. Oh, sadly, it's very common when going for this setup, which annoys me to no end. I really wish you can do this with like 0 battles. I mean, I'm sure you could, but it's just generally not how it goes. Alright, here it is, 2 green bandit. Called it. On Cleo Ted Gremio. There's the second one. Well, I entered safely in the perfect spot, but my world map block was suboptimal. Also, I don't have time to drink right now. I wanted to, but I can't. Pretty good start so far. If I can just hit the setup, of course. This will be a pretty solid start. Not like my best ever, but it should be around like 1540 pace. Considering I had the 2 Furfur and 2 World Map battles, that's not bad. Free bandit. For some reason, I'm just like so nervous right now. Just doing this run. Alright, 2-1-1. 2-1-1-1-5. Lots of ones. And standard max damage. Get the shoulder pads that I honestly just blink through because I mash, I don't know. Oh, that golden? Really? 1541. I knew it'd be around the 1540. So yeah, there's still 2 world map battles on that. That could still be brought down by like 6 seconds. In theory. In practice, I'm not sure if that's true, but in theory, it can be brought down by like 6 seconds. Alright, run left here. And then delayed tech skip here. Hopefully that's delayed enough. Felt pretty good. I might want to take like 1 or 2 steps extra, maybe exiting. Because that was perfect movement too. There's weird stuff that happens with sound effects there sometimes. And there we go. That was like 2 extra. Nice. Let's get the world in that battle. Let's get both of them. Oh my god. That's sad. GG. Thanks, dude. Always love the Smash Fest here. I think that's like the worst part of like their, well, I mean it's always been here, but the fact that runs die early so often means they have to do this part a lot more often, which kind of sucks. Awkward. Ran past. Oh. I was trying to talk to her about turning, and I kind of ended up running past the point where you could. On the right side, I lined up perfectly with the door. Isn't it wrong that I'm already tired of mashing? I just started. The worst healing is when you're slightly misaligned. So you try to fix it, and then you end up slightly misaligned in the other direction, so you just wasted time. Worst freaking feeling. I was like one tile to the left of Victor, so I tried to fix it and ended up one tile to the right of Victor. And it moves you back to the center anyway, so it's like I literally just threw away time. 2 steps worth, so I get 4 frames. It's not a big deal, but it's just very annoying and frustrating whenever that happens. Like, god damn it, man. I tried to make things better, but I only made them worse. Two ants. I feel like we see too many ants on these walks. Like, with how many we see, we would probably actually, like, dip into our bribing money, or, like, money a decent bit every run. Or there's always a bunch. Dun, da, da. I wonder how they move that clock back. They like drag it from under? Doesn't seem very easy to move. Oops. I had a moment there. Also, screw that guy. I had to go and get in the way, that jerk. Oh, please don't tell me this is the spot. It's not. Thank God. Hey, I see like 2 fights so far, 2 ants. Still on, that's really good. Only 2 battle walk. Alright, time to fuck up Lover's Garden. Like I said, didn't warm up at all. Oh, actually got it. Oh, I shouldn't say that yet. I've had strange shit happen here before. Alright, got it. I always see 84 damage there. I swear Tom sees like 93 most of the time. I used to see 93 before too. I'm wondering what stat changes make me hit for less there.
Hey, handsome.
Hey T girly, thank you for the bits. How you doing? Nice. Hey, I saved time in Lover's Garden. That doesn't happen all that often. Oh, I'm 3 seconds off of the sub 27 again. This is tied to my best pace at the moment. If I got one less world map battle, could maybe had it. Not that I can complain. 2 world map battles on Minip is really good. Alright. Where to next? Like, we don't know. The Lennon camp, let's go. The question is, do I add a step? I felt like it was a pretty bad exit. I still think I should add 1 step. I don't know. You know what? That felt like a bad tech skip. I'm not going to add 1 anymore. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah. Oh my god. That was like instant. Well, I'm not getting any more battles after this, but if, like, I was 1 RNG later, I wouldn't have gotten that. It's a little annoying. Just like 1 step later. If I took the middle of the door at the inn, I would have skipped that. It's a good feeling when you get home and you take off your pants. I'm happy for you. Alright, so 1 extra battle. I forgot the English for a moment there. I'm 1 extra battle so far this split, which ain't bad. It's hitting that small gap for the 3 Bonbon 2 Croping is actually pretty hard. So. How many steps is it between Linden Camp and Tiger Wolf? I wonder. I think it's about like 35, 40. That's a 57, so 60 step gap technically. Although with the voting zone, it's like, yeah, probably like 57. So yeah, it's actually really tight to get into that window. It's like 17 RNG. You gotta get it like within a step, essentially. Because one step in London Camp is 12 or 16, I think. I don't remember which. I don't remember there's 4 free NPCs on that screen. Well, that's walking. Running, it's like 8 or 6. Really tight, yeah. Huh, that was a perfect move. I haven't done that in a while. Why am I playing so much better when I'm... Well, I'll probably mess up Taiho, and it won't matter, but... This is the best I've played in a while, and like, I'm not... I just jumped into it today. I didn't practice for warm-up or anything. This is like the best my execution's been in a good while. This is impossible to be too early, right? I don't think it is. I bet I get the battle right before that screen. This is probably the earliest I've ever been. Going into the second half of Tyrol. Sadly, it doesn't matter, because the, like... It's not extra cushion, it gets eaten by, the in-screen, essentially. Yeah, okay, actually, it's about the same spot as always. If I played well. Really? That's so early. I thought my movement was better than that. Well, I hit it. Wait, was that +1? I don't think so. Even if it is, I think it works with that. Or if it was plus, it couldn't have been +1. It was +2 or 0, and I think it works either way. But that looked a little bit wrong to me. I'm not sure though. Yeah, that was +2. Okay. It should still work though. I always go too far down there. Not on purpose, but... I don't know why, I've been struggling with that turn. One camp or entire wall. Oh, I never checked Victor's speed too. Yeah, I got it. I didn't see McDole's, but it should be good. Unless I randomly got 2 on Cleo there, which I doubt. Victor didn't have 23 speed, he had 22. That's starting. I can tell based on my current speed. Unless I actually didn't hit it, but I'm almost certain I did. Can this be Gold Split phase? I don't think so, actually. 15 seconds from here. Just barely not. It's like 15 seconds after picking that option. It's like a 9:13. That was actually really close to gold. That was like less than a second off. This is the best pace I've ever had up to this point. It's crazy. Time to lose it all, Tai-Ho. Yeah, alright, that's +1 already. I might have walked a step late, or ran a step late there. Hey! There is golden no splits. I'm so surprised that one golden though. That was a double battle, double world map battle. I did hit the ultimate the optimal spot in Seifugo, so that definitely helped. Yeah, I'm getting really nervous about Tai-Ho, honestly. Like, it's nerve-wracking enough as it is normally, but on good pace, it's even more nerve-wracking. And this is the best pace I've ever had here. It's not, like, unrepeatable or anything, but definitely my best run ever up to this point. Alright, I know Victor's good. Hero doesn't matter at the moment, so I should watch Kuyo. I walked to the kid, right? I'm pretty sure I did. I actually don't remember. Nothing to do about it now, really. It's just like I autopiloted it. Which means I probably did walk, because I wouldn't autopilot run there, I think. I'd be like, since the movement's actually kind of hard, I think I'd remember it if I ran. I think maybe I'm just finally getting used to walking there after all this time. $47.62. Okay, I have a decision to make. I think I'll go for more Cleo magic. It's just I have to do extra attack, and I don't want to do the extra attack. But McDole magic's already probably overkilled if I actually hit one in Camp Manip. I'm almost certain I did. I just had a random thought. If you are good, like, if you go with the suggestion I gave Tom of putting McDole swap forward, it's actually such a clean formation menu when you swap Victor to the front. You just go down to Victor and then press X, and you're done. Just a random thought. Alright, I am gonna go for the attack, I think. I want more Cleo magic. Nice, hit the gap. Oh, that was early. I think I haven't done this yet. Yeah. Straight up forgot about the formation menu, honestly, because I was thinking about that formation thing. Funnily enough. That should be a decent split. Yeah, it's already guaranteed enough. Alright, good. That's gonna be a little early. I'm gonna actually go one step right. Okay, I'm gonna try to go one step right. They're really hard. I don't want to be in the loading zone. And I have enough time to get there. I went one step too far to the left on accident. Alright, let's go. Good, good, good. That part's always so scary, man. Hey, PUX. Yeah, I started right away, and it's my first run, and it's actually going really well. Let's see if it survives Saiho. Nice. Yes, Siglet's nipples did it. Shoutouts to Segwentz's nipples in the world record VOD. It'll be immortalized in this sub 330 right here. I probably just jinxed my run. I probably just like ended up late here or something and my run is dead, honestly. Yeah, it's gonna be a while, PUX. It's gonna be a while. I haven't even started really routing it yet. There, perfect. Free slug. Alright, so Cleo is 93. She'll be 97 minimum. Okay, I can guarantee her magic by swap her. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna... okay, that's not it, but whatever. Extra steps actually don't really cost me anything since I'm gonna have to force a battle anyway. I forgot which way to go for a second there, that's why I stopped. Yeah, on this one, Ghost Armor. To get my bearings after that formation menu went a little wrong. Ioannis. Hey, what if they're at the same time? Because murder. And I'll be in prison, so I won't be able to stream anymore. Oh, kidding, obviously. Alright, there's my battle. Oh, Kamado. How goes it? No, not yet, T-Girly. Not yet. It's in the works. Alright, Firestorm, everybody but Taiho attack. Alright, next turn, McDole and Camille defend. Cleo Firestorm. I don't know, man. You choose. Defend, attack. Firestorm, attack, defend, attack. I was getting nervous doing this fight. I feel like I should probably highlight or like change the color on my defender or something. Make it easier to read. Victor crit. Alright, everybody attack Dancing Flames. Ill. Slight delay on my button there. I should lose like 2-3 seconds or something here. Because of the formation menu. And because it's been a little sloppy. Bug it. For $1,000 I'll do it. $1,000 is $1,000. Is this how I should have done my fundraiser? Was this the incentive I needed? Oh. I think California Senator is actually pretty decent. Probably not the best idea. I could be wrong on that. I don't follow politics too closely. Sorry if that's loud. I'm just adjusting my mic a little bit. Nice. My Cleo magic is guaranteed Ball of Lightning already, which is very helpful. My McDole magic is guaranteed too. So I shouldn't have to worry about magic stats at all this run. I mean, that's where I can maybe make an improvement. I don't know. I mean, I definitely could have for this election if, if Trump was still in office. I think that would have been an improvement. I don't know about Biden. Nah, Biden. I assume Biden's a better politician than I am on the basis of him being a politician and me not being a politician. How old do you have to be to run for president? I don't even know. $35? Huh. Hey! That'll be my next, like, benchmark. Next age I gotta reach. I get Sergey now. I had trouble remembering that right now. I have something to look forward to. Yay. Lost me a natural born citizen. Feels bad, man. There you go, my presidential hopes and dreams. Auto made America a better place. Under my presidential office, everybody gets a PSTV and PSN Suikoden in one. That'll be my campaign. You should have done it, the cat that came back. People love cats. Especially ones that come back. Would have been an easy victory. I did disagree with you there. And they're both awesome. Why do people always pit dogs against cats? Can't we just love them both? Wintermute here trying to instigate violence in my stream. Cats love you. Batman loves me almost as much as he loves food. Almost. Like maybe 80% as much as he loves food. That was a little bit awkward. There, good. Oh, losing time here. I don't know why. I mean, it's not much. Actually, 2 seconds. That's not little. That's actually significant-ish. For a split where, like, there wasn't anything new in terms of RNG. Same battles and stuff. My movement was a little bit sloppier, but that probably didn't hurt me. Because it would have been less of a weight forcing that battle. Whatever. I'm just curious. I mean, everything's greater than ants. Yeah, this was a more annoying pre-tie helmet. It wasn't too bad. We had ways to, like, do it still quickly, but it was different every run. Whereas with Tai Hominip, it's very similar every single run. So I don't have to like try to find my battle and like trace RNG. I can just go, which is nice. Whereas before I had to like follow my RNG in Torin Castle, figure out where I am, do certain step counters that would be different like pretty much every run. So it's definitely better now. But now we have to deal with Tai-Ho and Zombie Dragon, which is harder, so it's a trade-off. Alright, I'm gonna go for this new Manip again. If I fail it, I'm gonna cry, probably, especially if I get Dock Block. Actually, if I get Dock Block, that might be run dead, if I'm being real here. And then if that happens, I'll probably retire the setup. God damn it. I picked the wrong option because that's what renamed. Damn you! Don't help Lance. If you mean like completely pre-minute, by the way, yes, the split was the worst split in the run. Wheel was by far the worst part of the run, pre-manip, like actual like any RNG manipulation. It was like the first manip I figured out because the wheel... Damn it. Okay, no manip. In fact, I know Luke gets shit gross from this, so this is a little scary. I'm gonna throw an attack in here. Because a step is 4, an attack is like 2. Maybe it'll even itself out a little bit. I don't think it will, but... 81 speed. Same speed growth, I didn't see the magic. Nope. His short range melee fighter with nothing good in the inventory straight to your backline. In other words, oh, he does have an item. Okay, I lied there. But yeah, no, his useless in back row. Oh no, my magic is awful. Wait, am I actually in trouble here? I think I have 119. My speed's pretty bad too. Yeah, you level up off both the battles. The first battle you get 6 levels, second one you get 1. $83, 119. 83's fine. The 119's like 5 lower than it should be. That's a scary one. I'll be 122 at Lover's Garden. I need to check my like spreadsheet that tells me my stat requirements there, because that's actually like right on the threshold. 119 means I probably missed like every good growth too. Let's see. It's 28 minimum. I got 1 out of 7 good growths. Where's my mouse? God damn it. Now I won't have time to check. Also, I got a battle there. If I hit the manip, I wouldn't have gotten the battle. There's Mr. Stan in the way. Alright, I think it's 118. I think we're just barely okay. If I'm reading my notes correctly. Actually, 118, is that at... Either way, I think we're good. You might not get like a 6 Earthquake or something at the end game, but assuming I hit my other minips fine, and like as long as things don't go horribly off the rails, I won't miss them. They're like automatic, it's just a route. We should be okay. Sad I can't go for the Kirkus manip, though. That is a little disappointing. Alright. At least Great Forest shouldn't be stressful now. Unless Stan gets me, but he shouldn't be able to get me, I think. I'm like a little bit late at the moment, I think, but not that much. We get some torches, that's good enough. We don't see any monsters spawning in there, seems safe. Must be over light level 7. Whenever you like tile. Who was slot 1? McDowell, slot 2 Victor. Okay, so that's where my runes will be. Yeah, Luke was faster than Cleo. That's never really an issue anymore, as long as I hit one encampment because her speed's really controlled with the current setups. Oops, that was a little sloppy. Kind of forgot how like party menus worked for a moment there. Oops. Wasn't running there. Doesn't matter, just a little bit of time loss. You saw that? You saw it? He tried. He tried to do it. You guys see that? He turned right. I just got in front of him just barely fast enough. Suck it, Mr. Stan. Oh, I got that drop. And then by Escape Talisman, you, I guess. 1 on you, and then 2 on you. The asshole tried it. He tried it. If I was a tiny bit later, the run might have been dead. Wow, really good walk. Only 1 battle. I could have been 1 tile faster, but it's okay. Yes, Sansuke, go through me. I thought about sharpening my weapon for McDowell. I mentioned it before. Or even, well, no, Kirkus serves no purpose here. Kirkus' weapon anyway. I've always like decided against it because just money's too tight right now. You can't really sharpen it all that much. Anyway, we're good. I saw my indicator. As long as I don't accidentally fail bribe the fight again, like last run. I can't even do that because I have too much money. Last time I had a lot less money because I had to bribe a bunch of snails. Alright, that was pretty clean. Alright, I'm a little bit concerned about the whole, janky shit I've been running into with, the 6 soldier and, like, the voting zone differences. I have a theory on that, but not something I've really tested. I'm just gonna have to keep that in mind when I get there. Or better yet, I can hopefully just find a spot where I have 2 steps in a row that work, and I can just take the first one of those 2 steps, and then it'll work no matter what. Alright, so there is some kind of hard movement here. Oh, not here, but, once we get out of here. Why should this all just end on gas bar now? Actually, better bet's like just random late game stuff, because I haven't practiced late game in a while now. I'm just like trying to predict where this run will die. I don't know why I'm so confident that it's not gonna make it. But I just got this feeling that this run will not get out of like part of the run. Or like it won't finish. I guess I'm just traumatized by previous runs. Ah, +2 there. +2, that's the equivalent of walking 4. Hopefully that's okay. I mean, it'll be fine no matter what. I might just be a little bit early and get some extra battles. It's kind of hard to tell because I took some extra steps. How dare you, T-Girly? How dare you talk to me that way? How could you? Alright, no. I ended up in the gap. Probably. No. Yeah. We're good. Defend, please. What was Gurga's magic? 58? Yeah, that seems right. I think we're okay. I'm mostly concerned about Luke magic, but I think I have enough. I just wish I made clearer notes on this. Maybe that's something I should add. How much I need to have on Luke to like be guaranteed enough at this point. Alright, battle a little bit past the turn. Nice, that's a good spot for it. That means I'm definitely in grace period. Although I wonder if that introduces the loading zone jank. Right, no tech skip. Oh, so close to perfect. So my notes say a perfect movement walk the end, but that wasn't quite it. Look, I got some extra cash on me. I'm just gonna go as fast as I can. If I get the 2 red machine, I can afford the bribe. And then I can go for gold in a minute, maybe. Hello. I swear to God, man. There's like 4 steps here with with RNG advancing, and I always get a battle. It's actually cursed. Alright, no, I think I hit the right spot. Ugh. Yeah, that's actually like perfect spot. Feels good, man. We have like a big gap before the dwarf now. I think I can hit the dwarf after the platform room. Oh, not if I do that. Alright, even if I do that. There he is. That's so good. Alright, I might actually force a fight at the end. Probably not, but it depends on where I end up, because I can manip the Gigantes fight. I don't think I'm gonna be close enough, actually. Oh, no, I am. I think. Yeah, That should be good. Alright, just... shredding, defend, raging blow, falcon. So if my notes are correct, standard fight heal here should yield me a goldlet. Valeria outspent Kirkus. That shouldn't matter. Oh, I didn't get the goldlet. Wonder where that went wrong. That's still fine. I wasted a little bit of money then, but it's okay. I have to check that. It might have been because Valeria was faster than Kirkus. That's not, like, normal. My money's gonna be a little bit, oh, tiny bit tighter. Yo, see you, thank you for the host, man. Appreciate it. I'm just booking that so I don't get dwarf blocked again. Oh, Cricket's still... I gotta be better at that. I should have sharpened McDole first and have time to look. Because lately I've had to do that formation swap, but I didn't have to do that at the time. Thanks, Zan. Appreciate it. Oh, some weird decision making on my movement there. I feel like it's still fairly clean, but yeah, I think I'll just do it like this. I don't know. I don't know what I did, honestly. I don't know what I did. Hopefully it's good. No world map battle. That's a good indicator. I think I ended up in the gap. The question is which one. 3 Death Boar. Oh, I'm late. That was the end of the gap. Oh no, no it's not. 3 Death Boar, 1 Eagle. Wait, where the fuck am I? Am I early? Oh yeah, I'm early, huh? I've never really seen this spot before. It's not a good spot, sadly. I end up in none of the big gaps. Oh, and there's some fucking massive battle counts here. Although I think I'll get out of here before I see any of those massive battle counts. There's like a 6 world map one. Alright, 2 Death Boar. 3 Boar, 2 Eagle. Kind of tempted to pick up Killer Crystal, but I'm not going to. Ain't got time for that. 3 Boar, Dwarf Eagle. Other 3 Boar, Dwarf Eagle. 1 Eagle, and then there's a big gap. I'm not gonna make it out. Yeah, this is actually kind of annoying. That's why it's annoying. That's like the first big gap right there. 1 world map battle. It says 0. I got the battle close to the exit, so I think I can just go 0. I didn't think it'd be that early. I walked a lot, too. I should maybe consider looking for earlier spots in the RNG then. Because maybe I can hit those. Okay, so I'm doing 0. That is which one? Should I just do 4 to be safe? I am. Just gonna do that. I could have not taken those steps. But if I run into a jank, it should still work this way. So nice little thing. Twitch working as expected? Never. Hey kid. Real life Among Us? Who's the imposter? There we go. That's a nice feeling right there, not failing the run. I haven't seen that in a while. True. I'd come. Maybe. Dang. Depends on life situations and whatnot. But I'd want to come. I had a brief moment there where I panicked and I was like, wait, did I get Templeton? But no, I got him. You obviously drop him out of the plane as they're flying to the wedding. Honestly, it's not that hard. It's just like a progression. You start off sucking, and then the more you do it, the less you suck. And eventually you'll be good. Just like every skill in life. I was terrible when I started. Maybe not terrible, but I wasn't like great or anything. Just kept on doing more stuff. To be fair, this game was also, like, the games I ran were also a lot easier when I started. They're harder now. Because things got more optimized. Actually, Suikoden 2 hasn't really changed. Now that I think about it. Suikoden 2 is the same as when I started. That was the first game I ran. Ill. Oh, thank you. Why would I waste my +1 on SRD? He'll be invited too. There's no need to use my +1 on him. That's just inefficient. I mean, honestly, it's kind of how it works. But that's not the job of the sports coach. The sports coach is to make it so the amount of time that you suck is shorter. I don't have stuff memorized. I'm looking at my notes constantly, man. I still mess up stuff a lot. That's an interesting situation. I never have the urge to grind anymore. I hate grinding. I much prefer having like more difficult fights over grinding. Alright, Kuro Gremio, Blurry. I gotta send this up. I always go one step too far down there. Oh, don't worry about that, C-Unit. I don't think you'd get distracted. I think a lot of that stuff you get distracted by, you do while you were learning the game. And like routing and stuff, you know? Once you're doing actual runs, it's not really an issue. I mean, sometimes I want to dick around and try out new strats and stuff during runs that I think of on the fly. But thanks to experience, I know that's never a good idea. Don't do that ever. It never works out how you hope. Alright, no, that's not true. Sometimes it works out. Alright, good. I got the crit there. That crit's not guaranteed, as Tom learned today. I always knew this. Alright, Kurimimi's faster than Valeria. And Kirkus is good too. Alright. This fight's textbook. Yeah, consistently faster, so I can have him not medicine himself turn 5, save a little bit of time. Alright, max damage. At least I guess. What would Kurimini percent be? Alright, shredding, defend, all attack. Yeah. That was a little bit dumb. I hesitated on Kermimi's action. Kirkus crit. Valeria crit. That sounds awful. Why was... Oh yeah, lots of battles. On the 1 speed, not the best. Really careful with that movement this time around because I fucked it last time. I really gotta get better at, like... Good attack power. I gotta get better at figuring out where I am in Dwarf Village after Vault. Oh yeah, I think the reason I was early was because I entered Vault earlier. That makes sense. I never really get out of there on that battle that I got out on this run. I usually get out on the battle after, which is like 250 later. Or 150 later, something like that. I have a Discord. You could do !Discord if you want to get in there. I have a Twitter, but I don't use it. Well, I've been wanting to start using it for a while, but I never get around to it. There is a level 99 trick you could do with Kermimi early. It would just be really hard to route in the speedrun. Actually, I think there is a runner that's done that before. For one-way glitched. I don't think I have a MySpace anymore. I did once upon a time. My matching was pretty bad there. I mean, the fact that it's a mage, like, you don't need him as a mage. Plus, if you do it right, you could also get level 99 Sheena. I don't know how you'd go about routing it, but if you're doing, like, meme level 1 McDole, you could also go for level 99 Sheena. And he would make quick work of most stuff. The big thing is that you would get, like, goes and champions stuff, like, everywhere, but the problem is the duels. I guess you would just grind battles in Palma Yakuta real fast. That would probably be the play. Maybe Manip Kwanda, grind a battle or two, and find like a 4-turn kill with a fully sharpened weapon. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's always fun, even if you're not like amazing or anything. In fact, it's probably more fun if you're not amazing in a way, because then it's not so hard to beat your times. Like, for me, it's pretty silly nowadays, because I need really good runs to compete with my times. Yeah. I wasn't looking there, I picked the wrong dialogue option. Dang it. Like a second or two gone. Actually, it's like 2-3 seconds. I don't know exactly how long it is. I remembered right when it was too late, as always. I'll explain it in a moment. I need focus for a second. So, characters in this game, like, there's some characters that join based off the hero level. And some of them join the, like, plus some amount of, like, hero level, some of them join minus some amount of... Okay, that was bad. I'm gonna do, like, a half tech skip here. Okay, that wasn't a half, but whatever. Better to be early than late, I guess. So, if you stay level 1, and you get a character that joins, one level lower than hero, they'll actually join at level 99 instead. That applies to a few characters, not just Kurumimi. It works with Sheena, it works with Sarah, it works with a few others. Kirk, I think. But Kurumimi is like the easiest one to get it on, because it happens pretty early and he auto-joins. By the way, what day, do you know what day you're doing it, Space Coyote? Too late, Dreamy, too late. I already got it. Just keep him dead the whole time. It's easier in 1 because the game doesn't auto-heal people, or it doesn't get him to 1 HP. That scared me, that took a while. Also, I'm still a little scared. I took some extra steps there, but it shouldn't matter because I'll probably have to force anyway. Sounds about right. Alright, Sunday, sick. I'll mark it in my calendar. Just kidding, I'll use a calendar. Yeah, it's fine. I think I got it. That felt a little bit janky, but... got it. Nice! Wow, 7 seconds lost. That's actually kind of embarrassing. That's just sloppiness, really. Oh, really? You better scold her if she never got 108 stars. I thought she was cool too, but she never got 108 stars. What the hell, man? It's awful. Awful parenting. Oh, I'm kidding. Got everyone right. Yeah, I think so. Ah. Wow. Hey girl, you're getting called out here by Wintermute. It's messed up. I don't know if my mom ever watched me play. I remember she helped me when I was a kid because I couldn't read yet, so I got stuck at the banquet at your house at the start, and I couldn't figure out what to do. Traveled like the whole map. And I had her like tell me what the text said, what I was supposed to do. Nice. I mean, yeah, I can beat them all like in any language now. But when I was like a 6-year-old or whatever, and playing it for the first time, it's a little different, you know? Is that a true story, Space Coyote? That's hilarious. It's actually really funny. Yeah, the amazing cover art, it's so good. Look at slot 5, right? God damn it. 102 speed again on Flick. So I have to do the slower Opal fight. That was one of my time saves available. I'm not gonna get it. Yo, can I talk to Kai? I got too close, damn it. Oh, Free is a great speed game. If you don't believe me, that's Space KOD. He's ran it a bunch of times. He loves that game. It's so good. Good movement. Good movement. Perfect. Are you... I'm fucking bad at this game. I thought I'd bounce there. Oh, there goes my Hellion Manip. Feels bad, man. Not you. I shouldn't have ran that. A little bit too much, I think. Earth crystal, yellow. Hey, Tom. What are you doing awake, goddammit? Go to bed. Trying to hide strats over here. That's why I start so late. You should be sleeping right now. I'm kidding. Hey, dude. I haven't played the PSP one either. There's like a janky Google Translate patch for it now, but it's like it's better than nothing. So props to whoever made it. But it's still not like something I've tried. Did I go one too far to the left there? I'm kind of surprised those are your 2T. Like, you haven't finished 2 or 5T early? Or 4? You said you love 4. How have you not played that one to completion? What's going on? Missed the door. Whatever, it's fine. I gotta be late anyway, so... Wait, 56 power level 9. I just saw that on Pawn right now, and I'm just wondering how that happens, because I never see more than 47 at Magician's Isle, or at Arcus and Sidonia. I guess he gets 2 good growths off the fairies, but that still puts it at 55, so where's the extra 1 power coming from? I'm on plans here. Boo-Boo's just... well... it's not my most hated. I think Stan Din the Way is a good bet for most hated. You know, after Tom's run today, I think his might be Sanchez too. Yeah, but what's your excuse for 2 T-girly? And 4? Sanchez dimmed away. Yeah, if he wasn't such an annoying kid and just like racist before that event, maybe. Well, a lot of the events in the game could have been avoided if Lulu just wasn't such a dick. I know he's a kid, but he's a dick. Just use Silent Lake. Trust me, T-girly, it'll work. I don't even know which boss we're talking about, but just use Silent Lake. It works every time in every Suikoden game final boss. Apparently. Except, I guess, one. Hey, Baldarov. I wouldn't go with Shu for best character. Shu's alright and all. Definitely wouldn't put him as my favorite, though. Every strategist in every Suikoden game, besides 3 and 4, is big brain. Caesar and Eleanor under-delivered, for sure. But everyone else is pretty big brain. Yeah, Joey's a good bet for me, too. I don't know if it's my absolute favorite, but definitely one of them. Definitely my favorite, like, main storyline character, I think. Yeah, my favorite character is probably Miki's. Let's be real here. Dude, Caesar is, like, stoned half that game, I think. Space Coyote, the emote that Space Coyote then just used, that's my favorite. Miki's best character for sure. George is pretty badass too. Well, only with a background of 5. Like, if you just take George from 2, not so much. I don't know. I'm thinking if you had a good strategist, the final war battle wouldn't take an hour. Maybe. Half-tech skip, maybe? I really can't afford to be early here. I can be, like, around the gap. But I'm gonna have to do a second Opal fight, so I really, really don't want to be early. But I've done, like, no tech skips this whole time, and it's been a little bit janky on my end, so I think I'm safe. Yeah, Faird's death, I think, wins. Leon's death could have been tragic if it wasn't just if it didn't feel so shoehorned. Hey, we won! Oh, I'm dying. Hope you got 108 stars. There it is, the main character's dad in 5. The king. I guess it's the queendom, so I don't know if he actually has a title as king, but... Commander of the Queen's Knights, Baron. Man, I'm really conflicted. I honestly haven't practiced this segment enough recently. I have no idea where I am. I think I should be fairly late, but I'm not sure. And like, after watching Tom's run today, I'm kind of spooked that maybe I'm early somehow just because my movement's been kind of clean. Shit, that's not it. Well, now I definitely won't be early. Probably not gonna gain any times on the split, which sucks because this is my worst. Oh, no, it's not my worst split of the run. I had fucking some try Clive. Definitely not my worst split of the run, but it was one of my improvable ones. Of course, I didn't get good flicks. I got fast flick again, so I really couldn't do much. I didn't hate Gremio. I didn't particularly like him, but I didn't hate him. Alright, the question is, which one of those are you? Wait, am I? There's no way. Am I actually early? Wait, where the fuck am I? Oh, okay. I was at the end of the big gap, which sucks, because this isn't a good spot. Bright. That really threw me off. One slime next. This is an expensive spot to land in. I'm not making it before the next one, am I? Yeah. Okay, that's not so bad. I thought that was the one card next. Okay, where was I? Well, one slime, 80, 130. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, okay. I should be on like the old opal, the normal opal fight. Written Punishment's cool, cinema like in terms of like cinematography. But in battle, it's so useless. That kind of is a big turnoff for me. That rune sucks. '91 power. 7, 105. I should have good. Alright, if I had to guess, next fight is 3 slime, 2 nightmare, which isn't bad. Yeah. Alright, next we're gonna have a failed run. Intentionally. So skip a fight. Then one more pretty expensive bribe, 2 more runs, and then our kill battle. And these are so close together. Where's this gonna put me roughly? Oh, it doesn't matter. Everything should be a run. I didn't see Pawn's power, but it doesn't really matter. It is what it is. Doesn't change anything for me. I didn't know which one that was. Oh, okay, that's like end of that big gap. Yeah, narratively I like Punishment a lot. The Rune of Punishment. Combat-wise, that rune was garbage. I knew somebody was gonna say something. God damn it, man. Don't finish my sentence fast enough, get quoted out of context. Just another zero stream. God. So yeah, I should have done tech skip Ante there, apparently. I wasn't sure. I think I've learned this lesson once before and I ignored it. But, honestly, it wasn't bad. I ended, in a pretty good spot. It just, I could have maybe avoided a lot of those early battles and, grinded one more here. I would have balanced out better. Just force the battle at 12, 9, 12. I think it's like the Delph Viperman. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Delph Viperman. And then you just do the guards, and it ends up at like the one nightmare or the free slime one nightmare towards like the end of the, like before the Opal fight. And that's like where you can run from stuff again, and you avoid that big cluster of battles all stuck together. Dude, how do you not know about that? Do you not read old books? Come on. You gotta read the lore. I don't have high hopes for this split. You should, man. Interesting stuff in them. Yeah, in-game old books is what I meant, in case you thought there was like some kind of Suikoden book. I'd like to read that too if there is something like that, but... Alright. Good night to you, girly. Alright, yeah, just standard charge. But yeah, combo magic is mentioned in both games, in 1 and 2. In old books. But now, I don't think there was combo magic in 3. And there is again in 4 and 5. In fact, 5 is kind of unique. So tier 1, like normal fire, lightning, water, blah blah blah, can't unite. But for tier 2 runes, every spell can unite. If that makes sense. Like every 1 and 1, 2 and 2 with like the appropriate element. And the Twilight and Dawn runes can unite. So it added a lot, interestingly enough. But sadly, it's very useless in the speedruns, I think, because you don't really get tier 2 runes. I'm gonna slow it down a bit here, because I took an extra step there, and this is still kind of tight. Alright, good. Did I go up one too many there? No, I think I'm fine. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in 3, just because pair system, it wouldn't work. Oh, I think I'm breaking like even here, roughly. Maybe not quite. Yeah, losing a little bit of time, I think. Sucks, because this was a time save split. Lost a second. I think that's pretty much a time loss from having to do the bad opal fight. That is what that is. Alright. I haven't done this in a while. My money isn't the best, but it should be good enough. Oh yeah. That's not it. Fucking manga-esque menuing there. For some reason, I always mess up some random part of this menu here. I don't know why. That was a misclick. I did not think the Holy Rune was supposed to go in Camille. Alright, worst... I didn't see Pawn's attack, but worst case, he'll have to do one extra attack, looking at my stats. I didn't see, like, the final one, but I saw the battle before, and I know how many levels I get off that. If he got, like, 1 good growth out of 7, maybe 2, I'm good. I don't miss 2 army battles at all. I really don't like 2 army battles because, well, I understand how they work now. I liked them when I was younger, and I didn't know the game as well, but now I really don't like them. They're all scripted. It's like, and then like your success is basically RNG based. Not fun, in my opinion. Like, speedrun setting, it's especially frustrating, but even in non-speedruns, I don't really like it anymore. I didn't have to wait there. So it's, you know, 4 I saw, right? This thing keeps on moving down. Not gonna lie, I don't have much practice at this point anymore. I haven't done like the new Calica stuff, routed out with the early pirates completely once yet. In the run. Especially since I'm trying to keep my HP low for Necklord. So this is gonna be interesting. Ah, feels bad, man. 4K, holy shit. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not getting hype until it's here, but I'm looking forward to it. My god, this thing keeps like falling down. I always get nervous in this fight. You know, I've done that a million times now. It's just like, what if I misclick once? What if something's wrong? Impossible. Oh wow, my power is really good. Is this good enough to cut out a turn? I think it might be. No, I think it's like one short of cutting out a turn. Yeah. This fight's really hard, non-manipped. Like, before we started manipping it, we had level 12 weapon, fully armored, and more levels on pawn, and we still lost it sometimes. Now we do it with level 10 weapon, no extra armor on pawn, and only 3 battles worth of levels. So it's quite the contrast. Oh, that's crazy. That's an expensive Magic the Gathering deck. Alright, so the ideal, like... So I'm gonna do Pirates first. Ideally, I want McDole to be at around 150... No, like 160 HP, somewhere around there, after Pirates. Although, to be fair, he levels up, so maybe that's not accurate. Yeah, now that I think about it, that's probably not accurate. So he gets 4 levels. Probably gets like 10 HP-ish per level? I gotta say, before we can manipulate some of this stuff, this game sucked to run, or this category sucked to run, because you couldn't win the pawn duel, so you could die there, but you also had to get Gaspar luck, because you used to use... Oh, god damn it, keep on doing that. Fuck's sake, keep on going too far up there. I was just thinking about that. It's just old habit. It lines you up nicely for Kairov. But yeah, you had to get good Gaspar luck to make money off him in the castle. And then you had to get past pawn naturally. It was scary times. Nice. Ah, I actually don't want that McDole counter. Yeah, same. That's why we don't rely on luck anymore. Alright, give me like 2 McDole hits here or something. McDole, you gotta chill out, man. I actually don't want these dodges. I've never seen him dodge this much. The one time I don't want him in a run is just, like, unhittable. Classic game. Alright, 140. I think I want to watch HP here on him. 211. Dang it, that's just barely too high for my liking. I want to be like 30 less. It's okay, like, it makes it very unlikely for me to get a 2-turn neck ward, which is something that I wanted to do. No, that was it. And then sugar. I'm drawing a blank so hard on what to do here right now. That guy, look at him, he's like literally running away. Yikes. That guy went like all the way into the top right corner. He's hiding from me. Okay, time. Hold down, right then up. Sorry, I gotta focus a little bit here, because the Vicky menus here are very important. We'll see how well I hit this. Alright, there it is. If I don't get that fight in here, I force it, if I recall correctly. But yeah, that's a really nice way to do that menu there. Tom, you're still here. I found it when I was writing this out. You can hold down and then just go right up once you reach the bottom of the list with Vicky to get you to Calica. It's really clean. So, no, I'm good on money. I had 28k in the castle still. Would be 30k. I'm like 45. I haven't been paying enough attention to that, but I know I'm okay. Yeah, I'll pay your fee, dude. Come on, let's go. Alright, then the Scarlecia TP should be normal, right? Yeah, fast as possible. Okay. Yeah, 22,000. That's good enough. I went a little bit too far to ride with Vicky. I really don't want to... I mean, I'm going to get 2 battles here pretty much no matter what. It doesn't matter all that much. Yeah, Fruit Creeper. I'll get another one after this, probably. I don't remember the exact fights. I don't even have them written down. I just know if I see 6 Creepers, I got to bribe, and then I'm fucked. So that's the one thing we don't want to see. Might actually fail to run if I ever see that. I don't have one-way glitch, but I never had that one. I don't like that category. Alright, back to Cairo. 2-6. That's not right. That's 2-7. Gotta fix my notes there. It's because I fire hideout in my... Okay, that makes sense. One-way glitched, where you get all best ending, but you're allowed to use glitches. I almost forgot that. I literally just ran through him, dude. That NPC is actually another stand in the way right there. Although his like the opposite. It's like his stand out of the way. Stand doubt the way. It's funny, it's like the one NPC you don't want to go far away from you, like, runs away. Jackass. That one I haven't seen until that one happened to you. That was a new one. That one was pretty hilarious to me. It won't be hilarious once it happens to me, but since it hasn't happened to me yet and it only happened to you, I find it funny. That one definitely made me laugh. Now what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hold on to the soap. I will not drop the soap. Strats right here. Got 211. I didn't pay attention to my power, but it doesn't really change anything for me. I know the feeling, man. I'm a degen too. Alright, actually I should focus here, because this battle I actually have to think. I start off with Pont, then Bandit's one down. That's the part I need to focus on. So, going Valeria is pretty slow, but the battle animations with this battle are fairly fast. That's why it's kind of worth it. And what sucks is that bottom right guy has to run all the way back. I'll have to delay that a bit. It's probably not the fastest war battle overall, but it's... I mean, definitely isn't. But I can do this one with only one tail attack, which means I can be fairly low HP, and I can always kill at least 4 turns. He does attack into double desperate into defend. So I always have at least a turn 4 kill. And then I have another fight here if I have lower HP where I can do it with no tail attacks. But that fight's even slower. I have to use good buddies, which is like dead center in charge menu. I have to press down 8 times. Alright, give me 60. 62, nice. Finally got a free turn. I've been missing this free turn like every run. Nice. Mini gold, and that could still be improved. Pretty bad papping the pirates, and I feel like it's pretty sloppy Kairov. Okay. Talk to Lapon from the back. Gotta remember that. And I'm pretty worried about this segment because I haven't been practicing it at all, and there is some somewhat complicated stuff in here. I'm also pretty worried about my Luke magic because I missed the Luke magic manip, and my Luke magic is absolutely awful. He was like 119 after finishing Lapon's mansion, which should be enough, but I've never had it this low here, so I can't help but worry. Alright, talk to Lapon from the back. Should be good enough. I hope. Yeah, this is another gold. It wasn't like anything amazing, just a solid split. I actually had an extra battle on the way to Warriors Village, now that I think about it. There's 3 seconds to be saved, potentially. Also, Flick is almost certainly gonna outspeed Luke, now that I think about it. There's like no chance Luke ends up faster, I think. Speed tie at best. I'm cool with that. That doesn't really break anything for me. Actually, it breaks Moravia for me. I have to do some jank in Moravia if that happens, but it doesn't break this segment. I just gotta do a different net chord. Really? I don't know what that was. I'm just playing it safe and bribing. I should still be okay on money. Yeah, I have Resurrect Fight. Yeah. I don't know how much that one... Actually, I can probably guess. Should be pretty cheap, under 3k. Because 3 Hellhound Whipmaster, maybe like 3,300 tops. 3 Hellhound Whipmaster gives 46. The Whipmaster probably gives more than the Hellhounds. If I had to guess, probably 3,300. That bribe. I might have to look at this segment again and just like figure out the best way to not get battles here. I thought like talking to a pump from the back would be pretty good, but here we are. Oh, that perfect movement talking behind Victor to save frames feels good, man. Alright, I haven't done this formation menu in a while. Hero Victor. Victor Cleo. 2, 1, 2. Click is last. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah. Then what? Cleo, then Kirkasuk. Huh. That's actually, I mean, I'm fine with that. I just don't want to see any more bad attacks. It doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna get, like, everybody killed by this. So, I just need more magic. Does that do it? Seriously? Fucking 4-turn? It's because double lightning and Cleo has a lightning rune equipped. That's sad. I'd have much rather had free magic. Free magic would have been better. Would have killed everyone no matter what. It sucks. I'm here talking about 2-turn neck ward and I get 4-turn neck ward. I think PB had 3-turn neck ward. Buff middle. Buff 22 right of NPC. Sorry, I felt like it took forever. Village of the Elves. I do Luke Fire, Cleo Lightning. If I end up early on this, I'm gonna be pretty tilted. I should be Foot Cleo Victor. I mean, if I end up early here, the run's probably dead, honestly. Not necessarily, I guess. No, we're fine. Foot Cleo Victor. Bill Purpose Luke. Good. Got pretty far. I mean, safer part. No more gas part. No more really hard manips, but you never know when shit will hit the fan, you know? I wouldn't call it safe. $167. Yeah, my Luke magic scares the fuck out of me. I don't even know the threshold here, honestly, just because I've never gotten close to it. Bribe. I had a moment there where I forgot what I was doing. Bribe. I hate bribing that. It's so pricey. Stupid banshees cost a fortune. Alright, and then run the rest. By the way, my cave might be good, but I have to do some real serious jank before I get here. Worth mentioning. Like that walk-in Klon to Fukian, just to push RNG forward. That's how I time it. Serious jank. And then the 2-turn Resident fight with the failed run, also pretty jank. That's like my least favorite parts of like this setup that I'd like to change. But like the thing is that Resurrection Rune helps me set up my cave. Like I could do the old one if I give Flick a guard robe or something. Which is a 1-turn with a medicine. And I even had one of Dancing Flames that was pretty fast too. I don't remember exactly how it went, but you generally won't have 2 Dancing Flames on Luke here, and I need 1 for cave. Oh, that could be arranged, honestly. I just don't remember it being better. Like, my stack roast weren't as good. I think it put me in a slightly better spot for Klon. I could also, I think, cut out 1 world map battle. I'd have to do a different movement setup. Because it puts me later on, so I could do the fight early, and then I wouldn't have world map battles. The reason I do my movement like that is because right after doing the setup that way, I have a bad world map battle. That's a failed run. So I have to be right by Klon when I kill the Resident fight. I might review that at some point again. I want to time out the differences between like my setup, like the Rainstorm versus Dancing Flames for the Lover's Garden Vault thing. And then maybe adjust from there. See if that's faster, and then maybe if it is, see if it's worth doing other stuff differently. I'd have to check my level ups here with Cleo and Victor. I'd have to see what stats the Dancing Flames from Cleo gives me on the fight I kill in Cave. Because she would still have the Fire Rune. I could give the lightning to, I could give the lightning to Luke, Fire to Cleo, and then just bring Cleo with me and do the Dancing Flame setup. But then I can't bring Victor along. I have to bring 6 people still. I feel like the benefits are kind of lost. Imagine if that champion crystal wasn't there. How ugly would things be later on? I mean, the manips, or at least for my route, it's all pretty stable. It's just some of it's really hard. Well, I mean, not even really hard, just somewhat hard. Like the whole, Lover's Guard into Gigantes, or to freaking Quantum War battle, really. It's still difficult, but stable. So, time to start learning, Dreamy. I'm holding you to it. Thanks, Croker. I couldn't remember where this door was. I was like actively thinking about it, it wouldn't come to me. Where's Luke? Attach rest to you, and then remove you, and then attach champions to you. Good menu. No, I think I did the right thing in not selling the wind crystal. I don't need it. Yeah, agree with that. It's only gonna get worse. Marco bottom right. I didn't see my money. Oh, I should have about 17,000. 17, 16,000, 26 after Marco. Pretty standard. I mean, that would require frame perfect movement and frame perfect talking to Craze, which is not easy. Probably harder to do that than to manip the birds. I mean, that's kind of how you manip the birds. I guess they're the same thing, really. I hate doing this janky movement crap. I wish it was a little bit smoother in that regard. But, I mean, you just gotta push RNG forward. That's how you time it. It felt a little wrong to me. I think it's because I went down more than I usually do. This puts you exactly like 3 RNG after the first battle in here, which is a failed run. Oh, I haven't seen Flick speed at all. He has to be faster than Luke here. I don't even have to check it. So I have to Mega Medicine him for my stack roast. I should be paying more attention to the formation menu I gotta do. Flick Victor, Hicks Victor, Hero Luke, Cleo Victor. Flick Victor, Hicks Victor. Flick Victor, Hicks Victor. Shit. Hero Luke, Cleo Victor. What's annoying is that my notes aren't actually lined up this way because this is a new thing. I give up 1 magic point McDole here because I generally have more than enough, and I get 1 more for Cleo. Because hers is generally tight. Battle here. Defend, Charm Arrow, Mega Medicine, Quick. This is just to slow him down so I have a consistent battle here. Just for stat gross. Alright, Luke. 30. They were speed tied. I actually didn't see Luke's magic, but I just have to assume he has it. I mean, I can't really change anything at this point. I'm more concerned if I saw the speeds correctly, because I didn't get the best luck. I'm pretty confident I saw it right. Battle at the coffin. This is my bribe. That movement sucked. Whatever. This is why I don't like the idea of like a perfect step, like perfect. I mean, I'd be more careful, obviously, if I need a perfect movement from the coffin. You guys can do. I'm doing alright. Thank you for the luck. It was close, though. Unlucky Scarlecia misclick killed the run. But not Scarlecia, Sonier. Which is a pretty unique way to do it. Oh, so this setup doesn't manipulate Tengar stats. It can if it wants to, but it's not worth the time. Oh, I really hope I saw my stats right. I'm actually not I'm not like 100% confident at the moment. At least the relevant stats. I'm pretty sure I saw 130, 130, which is what you're looking for. 130 speed, 130 speed. And the rest should be accurate. Alright, Cleo defend. Rest, attack plus magic. I didn't even see my Charmer store. I mean, I'm not going to change anything regardless. Yeah, Flick's faster. So, it's definitely speed tire. I did the right thing. Alright. Attacks, Charm Arrows, and Medicine Victor. Check out this turn. This turn's so sick. Crit. Crit. Charm Arrow. Crit, crit. Hicks is dead. Charm Arrow, defend, defend. Shit, what do I do with you? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Attack and Ball of Lightning. Yeah, he had a good life though, it's okay. Got with Tengar. Could've been worse. Alright, next turn, Flick and Hero Attack, and then Charm Arrow. Alright, that was a little bit nerve-wracking because I wasn't confident in my stats, and I haven't practiced this in a bit, but we're fine. Alright, I had 187 on Luke with 119 out of Lepont or Craze's Mansion. So I guess I need 116, which honestly, I'm not sure you can miss that. What's the minimum I can have? Let's see. Starting, lowest starting should be 86. And then let's assume all minimum gross. 424, 114. Okay. If he has 2 more than his minimum, he'll always have enough magic with my current strats, I think. Oh, bad movement. Doesn't really matter. Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose time on this split. I don't know how much. I don't think it's gonna be too bad or anything, but... And Cleo, I think I saw had 144, which is exactly what I wanted, so it all worked out. The only shitty thing is I'm almost certain that Flick will be faster than Luke for Moravia, which causes problems. We do get one more battle in here. Oh, there it is. So you get a devil. But as long as I don't fuck my movement completely, I get out of here. Yep, his back. And in a little bit, he will never be seen again. That was ugly. I split that a little earlier than usual. I've never done GDQ. I've done RPG Limit Break. I could maybe submit sometime again. But this route, like this category right now, this route would be really scary to do in a marathon because we rarely get runs going nowadays. It's really hard. We would have to make a lot of backup strats and like a lot of marathon safety stuff, which we don't have yet. Well, I still kind of like my idea of just playing a shit ton of Marco, and then if you mess up, you have backup money and you improvise. I feel like that's still a decent idea. Please blinking mirror. Oh, that was more of a please open my menu. Wouldn't open my menu. Extra step there. That's fine, I'm early. That battle puts you like 100 earlier than the other ones. I can see it a little bit. $137. Okay, her magic's decent. 122. See, I need 9 more. Okay, she's guaranteed enough magic for the stuff. Unless, oh no, there's like it's one either way from what I saw, no matter what. Because she should be guaranteed 1 good growth from main guide, and she needs 1 good growth out of 4. I hand over the thing, the Jizo. Alright, run, recruit, clone, walk to inn. What is this guy doing? He literally just goes down and up instantly. What a troll. I'm all thinking about how to path around him. I see the up movement. Okay, that makes it easier. And then he just goes back down. Or other way around. I don't remember which he did first, but... Alright, nice little break here. Stretch. Alright, run to rune shop, walk to exit. Gotta remember that. Run downstairs, walk to exit, and then rune shop, remove Luke Earth, attach flick Earth to Luke. I just gotta watch out for the NPC block. Good movement. Yeah, just not enough money to bribe anything relevant. That's okay. I'm supposed to walk a bit more there. I accidentally ran a tiny bit. That should be fine. In fact, it might let me skip a battle, maybe. So, 660... Yeah, I'm... Well, actually, I guess there is a chance I'm early, but it's really unlikely. In this battle, I know what happens when I'm early. I can failed run it. At least I think so. I've had it happen before, but who knows? Maybe stat jank happens. Okay, yeah. This is where I'm supposed to be. In a little bit, we'll see another free magic shield, probably after this screen. Oh, all's close. And I should exit before the last one here. Let's see, that's probably like 60... 100 something, if I had to guess. So like 200-ish, which means if I see a battle, I shouldn't see anything past... Yeah, if I see a battle, it's for Mirage I run. Moravia can still go wrong. There's like the segment after this where I try to manip like my battles and I don't want to see any, or I don't want to see any that I can't run from at least. That can go wrong. Clive manip, trying to decipher which notes are mine, which mines are Tom's. That can go wrong. I'm hoping I just hit one of the, like, I've gone for like half of them and redone them, so I'm hoping I just hit one of those. But... Actually, if I hit one of the ones I've redone, there might be like a harder setup that I'll go for. I've added like forcing in specific spots setups to my shells, or my like fights. By the way, 0x43 seed just got better and better, I swear, man. That seed's so good. It has like the best Clive manip, the best like walks, the best everything. It's ridiculous. I hope it's an hour exactly, but I don't know about that. We'll see. I can tell you that most of my time save is in like the next 4 or 5 splits. Not in this one necessarily, but the ones after that. Not the right time to crack my finger there. Hey, perfect lineup. Nice. Alright. I gotta go and look at Crystal Core a little bit more. I feel like I can cut an attack here more often than not. I'm just not sure if I should mess with it right now. But just like, cut out turn 1 attack. Let's see. 15, 46, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 45 exact. Yeah, I should be able to always. Alright, I'm gonna cut out the McDole attack turn 1. I think Flick does more damage because better sharpened weapon, so I'm gonna let him attack. Alright, like 100. Nice. So next turn, just melee attack. Thank you, Gisu. Alright, 106. Now we just have all of them attack. Hopefully just in case, but his attack shouldn't be necessary. I think this might be a gold split. We'll see what. I mean, it's gonna be done pretty soon. You know, I think it might gold by like 2 seconds or something. Maybe 1 second. Oops. 3 seconds. Oh, golded by 1 second, beat my time by 3 seconds. I didn't see my stats there that I want to see, but that's fine. I can check him when I do the Moravia party menu. You have a lot of time. I need to know Luke's speed and Flick speed. I also didn't see Hellions, but once again, I mean, hers, like, it just I'm pretty sure I'm good already. And I can't do anything with it anyway. Anything I need in my notes here? Nope. Oh, I still haven't routed this properly. Shit. Oh, that's on my to-do list. Haven't routed the seed 0xAE yet. I just have a rough idea of what should happen. I essentially do them the same way, but please no, I don't want tickets to the Troll Griffith show. I don't have a strat for Troll Griffith yet again. Because I had to reroute. Like, since I cut out a battle, it's gonna be different. And even if I try to use my current one and take 2 battles, it's gonna be different. Because I changed my EXP route. So if I get Troll Griffith, that's probably just like run dead. Or not completely dead, but record attempt is probably dead. Well, also, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, with Troll Griffith, if there's, like, a faster setup now with him. I just need to look for it. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's somehow better now than, like, our current one. Because, honestly, I don't feel like our current one's very good. Hey, RJ, thanks for the host, man. How did, I forgot what the game's called. How did the speedrun go? Alright. I'm all for it. I need to get rid of these stand in the ways. Nice. Happy to hear that. I mean, honestly, when you say okay for a first run, that makes it sound like it's not good. I feel like that's something I would say on the first run. It's alright, I guess, first run. It was actually terrible, but it was first run, so it's expected. I hope you don't mean it that way. Alexaster, why, dude? You evil fucker. At this point, I'm just gonna play with no splits. Screw you guys. Oh yeah, I made a fake rule. Well, not a fake rule. I made a rule that I haven't listed anywhere. I mentioned it last time. But if ever half or more than half of splits have the same name, I'm resetting all of them. Yeah, it just overwrites it, sadly. That's why it's extra evil. It wastes someone's points. But yeah, if ever half of my splits or more are the same split name, I'm gonna just nuke them all. And go back to original names. Because I need some semblance of order here. I figure that's a good way to do it. Alright, move up to NPC. Dang it, I got AE, the one I don't have routed. Now that I've routed AD, I see AE every time. When I routed AE first, I saw AD every time. This game's rude, man. Yeah, it's definitely AE. Yeah, that's a good one. Like, see, a good rename would be Swimming Lessons with Roy. But no, we got Stand in the way. I do want AD. Because I have it routed. I don't have AE routed properly. I don't know, man. I'll probably still nuke everything. Alright. Sounds good. I do know which one. Final split, right? Alright, yeah. Let's get rid of Stand in the way. We're removing him. Oh yeah, that is a card, isn't it? God damn it, Alexaster. I hate you guys. I hate you guys so much. Next time I'm imposter in Among Us, I know who I'm getting first. That goes regardless of whether or not you're on my team. Like, he can be my second imposter. I'll be like, hey, Alexaster vented in front of me. First thing I do, I'll just call a meeting and say Alexaster vented in front of me. Even if I'm imposter too. Ah, shit. I was waiting for it, but I missed it. Yo, let's go. One 5x. Good. Oh, yeah, nothing really matters here. This isn't actually routed. Alright, last time I did this, I think I got 3 battles, which sucked. Really? Instant? It's just rude, man. Yeah. I don't like this. This is why I need to do some routing. 222 kobold. Let's go for one more. I know you want to. That's a good movement on my part. This doesn't happen all that often. Doesn't matter that I went too far to the right here. Because I could just go back out to the right. Alexaster. You guys are losing it. Oh, god damn it. Alright, move, remove Kirkus, add Flick, 4-8, move 6-5. Fuck. Misclicked a little bit there. Alright, let's see what happens. I don't have this properly routed. Alright, Alexaster, I just changed your last one. You're welcome. The rest will have to wait until I have more time. No, it doesn't pause the timer. Oh, maybe it pauses it visually, but the timer runs in the background. I don't remember. That's scary, because I don't actually have the battles that like I get here listed. It just says that if you get a battle, it should be a run. The last time I was here on the seat, I actually I followed my instructions, and it wasn't a run. So that was spooky. Four for Chiron. Alright, this ain't good gold or anything, but it should be an okay split. Good. More random battles, that's why it's a bit slow. I still haven't checked my money. I do it when I change formations. I mean, I know I have enough at the moment, because I haven't bribed anything. Actually, yeah. I don't need to worry about it. I definitely have enough. It's impossible for me not to have enough. Because I haven't bribed anything since Necklord. I had like 20-something thousand there. And then I get 70k from Crystal Core. I paid 10k for Fusulu. Alright, there are still a few things I'm scared of. Mostly I'm worried about getting a bad Sonya Seed and getting Troll Griffith. Those are my two biggest concerns at the moment. Hey, Roger. Thanks, man. Good luck. And yeah, it's pretty crazy, honestly. The fact that this run's gotten this optimized. I thought it was awesome when it was like over 4 hours. Now it's like almost 3:30. It's insane. Oh, if nothing goes wrong, I think we might get sub 3:30 this run. Control Griffith look like again? Alright, good. That's the cherry. Alright, I gotta remember to eyeball Luke's speed and Flick's speed when I do this. Oh, also, I really gotta remember to set this timer. Okay, there we go. That's really important. Alright, so well, I mean, I still gotta hit the setup and all that, but the only thing I'm really afraid of now is bad Sonya speed. Or a bad Sonya seed. Yeah, that one. There's like one particular I'm scared of, because it requires a lot of money, and I don't have as much money in the route anymore. Because I have to spend a lot here. So it just won't work. Like, I need to find a new setup for that one. What? Shit, I didn't get to see my speed. That threw me off. Apparently I have 2 flow timers open. So the first one went off on the Touring Castle one, and I just got spooked like crazy. Okay, I need to check my speed here manually. Luke 136, speed tie, okay. Speed tie, Kryn Tengar, and then Kryn Luke. Speed tie's fine, just one extra formation swap. Alright, I lost a little bit of time there because of that, but it's not that big a deal. Just fucking had 2 flow timers open. I didn't know I had one open already. That's why it sounded weird at Touring Castle. I think I forgot to check that. I remember hearing it, but I'm just like, ah, whatever. It's like my Touring Castle's timer started going off, and that was way too early. I was like, wait, what? Did I not switch it? I just panicked like crazy. I was scared as fuck. And I looked over and I saw a timer running still, and I'm like, oh, no, we're okay. I also didn't see my money, but I know I'm okay. I can't not have enough right now. It's just impossible. Thanks to the power of mathematics. That did scare the shit out of me, though. We don't need flow timer anymore, so that's not gonna be a problem anymore. Alright, so I don't think I'm gonna gold this split anymore since I do that manual check, but I can probably still like get close to my gold here. Assuming nothing else goes wrong, of course. I already got the Taikao wear, right? Okay, I actually don't want to be too early here. Oh, let me focus. 3 Hellhound, 2 Whipmaster Bribe. Right about here somewhere. I want to force that before this balcony. Learned that the hard way in my world record. And the extra formation swap makes it so Luke goes before Flick here. That's why we did that jank. Oh, I got Vincent before the random battle. It's kind of rare. I can get it right now. There it is. I'll get one more before exiting. Okay, that doesn't matter. Grace period. Because we gotta go for this balcony screen. That could have actually been bad, but it doesn't matter because of that. Like, if I forced the battle there somehow, I'd have to really fuck up to do that, but if I did that, that could have actually killed the run. Because I get one more battle in here that I don't want to deal with. Alright, yeah, this is about the right spot. If I somehow see a world map battle, I'm gonna be fucking tilted off the face of the earth. There's no reason it should ever happen there. That's why I forced the battle before the balcony. So I've learned you always want to force that, unless you don't have enough money to bribe the free Hellhound 2 ninja fight. In that case, you actually don't want to force that. You want to not get that. That would be really important. Don't see the battle before the balcony. But if you don't have that money, it's better to fail run the earlier battle that you bribe. It's more efficient that way. Alright, Kaku. Are you serious? That's actually really bad. Wouldn't let me get the cat. That's gonna push RNG way more than I want. I mean, it's not really bad and like it'll really affect the run. It'll just affect my battle optimization. Oh, I might get like 3 battles here or 4 instead of 2. I don't know. I'm not sure where I am at the moment. I also don't remember where the battles were. No, it doesn't. When you're chasing the cat like that, it's not advancing the RNG because the timer's up because you're just like scaring it. Like if you're influencing the cat's movement, it isn't using RNG to determine its movement. So that like Kaku cat pickup is actually consistent in terms of its RNG advancement. I've actually considered doing that for like setups for Gaspar Tai-Ho, but it's still pretty unreliable. I was hoping I could spook it for long enough to really make things more consistent, but it doesn't work. Yeah, it's just the extra time on the screen and the steps. Yeah, agree. Stupid cat. Alright, I should be a bit late, so if I do get... Well, it doesn't really matter how to get out of here. I want to probably do my concave setup a little bit faster than what I have in my notes. That's bad. The RNG was advancing there. I'll probably get one more battle before exiting if I had to guess. I don't know which one. Well, I mean, it's always the same group, but... just a hunch. Oh, never mind. Nice. And I was mostly worried about getting it right before exiting because of the loading zone. No, that was fine. Alright. Should have maybe done that menu a little bit faster. Hey, fire's wet. Yeah, 2 encounters is what's routed. So it still worked. I think the difference is I just enter here later, so I try to do the Vicky menu a little bit faster. I should probably just rant to Vicky, and then do the menu normally. If this goes correctly, I should see no battles in here either, but I think I'm gonna see 1, maybe 2 now. Once again, it's just like the time lost from the battle. Ultimately, it's not very important. Wow, no battles. Considering like how bad that cat pickup went, this actually worked out pretty much as expected. That's crazy. I almost tried to run out of here. That's not the play. We just escaped Hellsman again. Alright, now just Calica. There's no battles in here, not manipulating anything anymore. You just want to go as fast as possible. Don't get sucked in by the magnetic door. 18,000. Man, money route in this route is crazy. Alright, remove Flick, attach Lightning Tengar, attach Mother Earth Flick. Where are you, Mr. Flick? One. 72,000. Yeah, not enough for that one shitty Sonya. It's 1 out of 32 that needs that amount of money. Or 1 out of 30, really. Or 29 or something like that. Yeah, 1 out of 29. I was working on rerouting it, but I couldn't find anything I liked enough. And I got sick of doing it. I spent too much time working on Sonya Mips lately. It's like, it's just... It's so annoying to work on. Unless something just happens to work out. Oh, I forgot to split. I was supposed to split when I mirrored after getting Leon. So I'm pretty sure we should be ahead about like 50 seconds right now. Probably a bit more. Probably 55. Yeah, I don't think this is sub 330. Man, sub 330 is crazy. I don't remember. Maybe it is. I don't remember how bad my Clive was. I mean, I know it was some try. Yeah, there probably is over a minute there. Maybe it is sub 330. We'll see. I just hope I get a good Sonya seed. Sub 331 pace for sure, unless something goes wrong. That was completely off. Yeah, I mean, it's not Clive that scams you. It's Tom with his note style. But I think I understand his note style well enough that I can probably just, like, assume that it's his. What I'm worried about is if past me try to write notes in Tom's style, and then it was, like, my way of describing it, and I think it's Tom's, and I get it wrong. That's when it'll be fucked up. That's my biggest concern. Otherwise, I'm pretty... Or, like, something being off manip of Clive, I don't know. I think I'm more concerned about getting a shitty Sonya scene than I am about that kind of thing. I could always do the fun thing of just YOLO Clive. That's always an option. I don't have to go for the setups. But, I will go for the setups, unless it's, like... Unless I have a good reason not to. Oh, where am I going? Oh, god damn it, man. Also, tried adding people to your party with Sanchez. It's not worth it, because you can't add, like, anyone useful. Well, you can't add half of the people that you want. Including the Holy Rune user, Victor. Which is, like, the main person you'd want to add. Alright. Time to play Where's Waldo? Bottom left. Middle right. 4C. Yeah, that's definitely 4C. Okay, it's one of the newer setups, actually. So there will be an execution thing to hit. Ugh. Oh, it's this one. Okay, I see which one it is. This one can actually have multiple different shells you can take. It's kind of interesting that way. It's interesting because you want a +2. Ideally. But I also have setups for the force and for everything. The thing is, like, the +2 makes the movement to Sonya a lot easier. If not, the movement to Sonya is kind of tight. And there's one that just straight up breaks the setup, which scares me. Alright, no NPC movement ups. Sorry if I got louder. I gotta move closer to my mic, I think, because I'm like leaning forward reading my notes now. I'll probably end up doing some walking. Just to be sure. I really don't want to fuck this up. All standard. So this shouldn't miss Cleo. Oh, I think I still do that. Yeah, it has to be, because those notes are good. Alright, so that's a good Sonya fight, too. Good. So I have like a 40-step window, kind of, if I recall correctly. Magic. How much do I need for 6 earthquakes? Why am I forgetting the split all the time? Okay. I guess I'm just so focused on the setup, I forget that splits exist. Alright, bribe everything besides the 2 soldier. Alright, next one's a run. And the next one's bribe to set up the Sonya RNG. Yeah, that really is tight. That's with the easy window, and I still barely made that. Apparently I don't need them anyway. Maybe. I think it's fine. There's something wrong with forgetting splits every now and then. Nothing wrong with that. You could always edit it in later. It's not a big deal. I still know where I'm at, where I stand thanks to that split too. I saw it, I just didn't split. Ball, Raging Blow, Earthquake, Raging Blow, Ball of Lightning, next turn Grenzel will defend. So she should hit Victor here and hit McDole next turn. I'm like stuttering now. I'm so scared. I'm actually pretty nervous about going for the climb in there because I want to do my Vicky menu really fast. And if I do it really fast, there's a chance I fuck it up. Yeah, it seems fine. You should just have 2 splits, Cyro, and beat the game. Hmm, 337 damage there. I saw that so often. And my testing. Which makes sense, because you aim for 144 Cleo magic. There we go, I split. Oh my god, this pace. If I can get a good Clive and not mess up Gregminster, and like obviously get a good Gregminster, we're in there. What? That's not good. I should still hit the second window, but I might have to run like a million miles here. I actually am gonna have to run like a million miles here, aren't I? Oh, I think that kills sub 330. Unless I want a YOLO Clive right now, but I think I'm just gonna wait. Yeah, I have to go for this one creeper. I don't even have that in my notes. Fuck's sake. YOLO Clive! Rip sub 330, because I misclicked one L1 press. I accidentally backed out of the Wiki menu, and that pushed me past that point, which is incredible. I hate everything. Clive, you son of a bitch, just 1 out of 3 chance! Show up, you fucker! It's a real... that menu has to be done really quickly for this setup. And I somehow pressed L1 even though there's no L1 in there. Just... come on, man. I had 7 tries last time. Thank you. 3rd try. I mean, it's still shit, but... it's not sub 330, but... it's better than last time, I guess. It's a decent PB this time around. Fucking blows, though. Yeah, I had like over a minute to save there. I saved 20. That's fucking shit. God damn it. And I lost a little bit of time there. Alright, let's just try to focus up again. Yeah, I'm thinking about making a PogChamp emote. Man, how did I end up that far off? I was over 170 off of my setup. It's fucking depressing. Alright, so in guide I'll probably boost time because I said no to Sonya. Because I wasn't paying enough attention. And then I should hopefully gain some time on Barbarossa. You know, if we don't save Gremio, this cutscene would be shorter. That sucks, though. That really does. If I got a proper Clive, this would have probably been sub 330. Which is my goal for this category. I guess that means more runs. So it's not all bad, but close. Yeah, just reset, sure. Great idea. This is a 330 still. It's definitely worth finishing. Just depressing to lose, like, the dream time like that. One fucking misclick on one Wiki menu. I'm really starting to hate Clive Minute, honestly. I tried to find, like, NPC indicators where I could, but it's just... they're pretty rare to have, like, a good NPC indicator set up. I didn't pick the fast option there, did I? Alright, I'm choking a little bit at the end, honestly. I mean, the Clyde thing was the biggest choke, but now I'm just, like, flustered. Yeah, sorry, Space Coyote. Wasting your time here. Ruining your sleep. Alright, Dragon, Magic, second weakest charge. No way! Woof. What the sick thing is, guys, this is my first run of the day. I haven't touched Suikoden all day today. There was no warm-up, nothing. I just went straight in. No D-Rush, no warm-up, no routing. I went for it. Waste of time, apparently, is what it is. Last time I warmed up, I couldn't get a run going past the Lover's Garden. The second one. Oh, apparently, I mean, the run is decent. I can't say that, like, I do need it, but... That Clive choke, man. Fucking blows. Should've just YOLO'd it completely. How am I scamming you guys? What are you on about? 516238. Oops. I never get this menu quite right for some reason. Even though it hasn't changed in ages. Oh, different day. It can still happen. Defend. 5 earthquakes. I want to see something. Actually, it doesn't really matter. There's no point in checking. It's a waste of time. What I should be looking for is Flick Magic and Hellion Magic here. Yeah, dude, that would never work, Alexaster. Your brain would just be too mush after a certain point. This isn't the kind of game that you can do unfocused. Like, if I ever do this run in a 24-hour stream, it would be at the start. I would not touch it towards the end. It would just... I would not be able to do it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose a few, like, 5 seconds here or something. This run's way too hard to do in, like, a 24-hour stream. I mean, it's true, you don't need brain power to play Rita Pawn. Ask Rita, she doesn't have brain power. Oh, I'm not losing that much. Can I still gold this then? 130, holy shit. That's crazy. Okay, Flick, I'm embarrassed for because he gets extra levels in this round. He barely hit it. But Hellion also barely hit it. They both hit their minimum magic to get the fast, like, strat. They're both absolute minimum for the fast strat. Hellion's my fault. I can manip that. Flick, though, disappointed in you, dude. 131 magic at this level. Come on, man. Skip text, walk to in, run out. I can get that battle. Yeah. I only have one. Oh man, this sucks. It's actually gonna be pretty slow. My Luke's missing an Earthquake too, because I had that shitty Cowan. Okay, that one's my fault, I guess. I'm not supposed to see this battle normally. I don't know why I saw that. Free Phantom here. Yeah. I should have skipped that, though. I should have bribed that. I wasn't sure. I just figured it'd be safe because my setup's generally set up for that. Looking 4 battles in here. Yeah, it's party level average. Versus enemy party level average. Yeah, there's no way. No, Hellion doesn't have anything extra. Yeah, so it's just Crowley from now on. Wow, Crowley's gonna have barely enough spells for this. He's got to do 2 Shining Winds, 2 Unites.
Hey Zero, have Flick show Odessa how taking an arrow is done.
I think he needs to give lessons to Nanami, not Odessa. I don't think she ever took an arrow. Or at least it never specified. Well, I'll pass the word along. But that way it can be done not posthumously. Where it's kind of redundant. But thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. So many battles. Oh. I mean, it never actually says how she got injured. She's just holding her stomach. Or like, oh yeah. Alright, one more storm, and then I have 2 Unites, and then Shining Wind spam. I think in this run, it might have been faster to do, like, the bad magic, just because Luke didn't have enough magic either. Or it's like, it's really close. So I don't think I'm gonna save that much time here. I have time save here, but I don't think I'm gonna get it this run either. Which sucks. The reason is I have to do like slower spell animation stuff. My net time save isn't quite enough. Jesus. I think Joey saved her from that fate. Yeah, and then 2 Shining Winds. Yeah, I almost actually ran out of spells to kill with. That's crazy. And I did do 2 Shining Winds, which are kind of slow. That's my biggest issue here. That animation takes ages. Alright, good. No battle there. I don't like to see that battle, but it is what it is. This, by the way, shit like this is why I don't like the idea of Barbarossa Manip. Like, look, I had different spells this run, so if I had a Barbarossa Manip, I wouldn't be able to do it. Because I used different spells to get to this point. I could maybe make one for, like, the optimal scenario, I guess. But it's like, you'd have to pay attention to so many stats, there could be so many variants, it's just like, I don't trust it at all. Because you have to commit to not buying Jizos early. Yeah, almost done. I swear to God, if this guy, like, just insta-kills Crowley, I'm gonna be tilted off the face of the earth. That's like the one thing I'm scared of in this fight, because he doesn't have Jesus, and that can happen if I'm unlucky enough. Alright, that's good. I always get paranoid that I hit the wrong head with that. Always slightly freak out about it. Alright, nice. Good fight. You can't do anything anymore, that'll mess me up. My drink's empty! Alright, we're almost done. I can get my drink soon. I actually wouldn't mind him one-shotting Crowley here. I think it might speed up the fight, funnily enough. One less menu. Oh, it's just a defend, so really not much of a difference, but... Wrong person. Right attack. Ouch. It would be like less than a second difference. Because he doesn't even have, it would just be one express. Maybe a second tops. I don't think, no, not even that much, like half a second. But I really didn't want to see his Jesus getting popped, because that's probably the most animation. That was a good turn, though. Alright. I guess I save a little bit of time here. I don't think I gold split. Yeah, I don't. I split there when, like, the black changes to a slightly lighter black. Oh, Easter ahead. You know, I better fucking hope so after being a minute 20 ahead at Sonya. And having the worst Clive in history in my PB. Although it's still pretty fucking awful, but... I think there's like 40 seconds to save on my Clive split in this run, at least. In fact, that's gonna be like my main time save when I run against these splits, which is gonna suck. That and I guess Scarlecia, a little bit. Maybe Neckward. With a 2-turn Neckward fight, if I get good enough pirates to set it up. I can see that being a thing. Actually, such a sad scene. Well, too bad. You've come to the wrong place for reading. I don't encourage reading in my stream. How do I get a battle on this walk every time? It's like fucking 20 steps. I mean, that guy was huge. He probably was the load-bearing emperor. Looks like he was like 500, 600 pounds of like pure muscle. Oh, fuck. Go fuck yourself, dude. I'm already in the screen transition. Whatever. That's just annoying. I was about to say that. It's like, it's funny how you always get a battle on the first walk that's like 20 steps, and then you always miss the one on like the 120 step walk. And then I got one in both, literally on the last step. So troll, man. Alright, well I lose 3 seconds here. So in other words, this is a 30-30. 3-30-30. Most likely. Yeah, finishing a run? A Suikoden 1 108 star run? Nah, this can't be real life. Must be dreaming. This is just a shared dream between all of us. Oh, I can't map. 330-40. I was way off. I mean, I was right on, like, the last digit. I was 10 seconds off. Alright, GG. Hey, you're welcome, Roger. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for GG's, guys. Let's see. Alright, well, while the credits run... I want to do split review, but I also want to edit these two in. I don't have these two in here. Let me close my double flow timer first of all. That bugged me. Yeah, thank you for all the GG's, guys. Oh, I could do the split renames. Alright. All the rocks cooking. Alright, Quanda to stand in the way Kappa. Odessa goes for a swim. Goes for a swim. Zombo Dragon. Zombo Dragon to... Oh, Red Eye Zombo Dragon now. Alright, stand in the way to stand in the way. I did that during the run. Okay, so the Quanda does stay on stand in the way. No Kappa. Alright, there we go. Oh, Dargan. Okay. There we go. Alright. A little bit of split review. Holy Rune, solid. I actually never hit the frame for this Holy Rune before. It was an interesting one. There was a lot of extra steps in Gregminster, but like the shortest possible walk outside of Gregminster was pretty cool. I think this is my first run of the day. This probably could have been faster if I mashed better. Whatever. Spell the Rock. This was just standard. No force. 2 Furfur. Gold split here with 2 World Map battles, so I can still gold this by like 6 seconds then. If I can just get a better grasp on like how to skip battles and still hit my manips. Which honestly probably won't happen because of the birds. Lover's Garden, 2 Battle Walk. I skipped the 2 World Map battles I could kind of control here, but I also bonked a few times on movement after that, so I don't know. Decent split. So go swimming, this is like a second off gold. If I didn't get the battle running to Mount Tiger Wolf or walked a bit less, I could have made golded, but happy with it. Perfect Sarity movement, that was nice. Kobolds, solid split, no world map battles at all. Yeah, this was very clean, actually. Seguance's nipples, solid, hit the manip, clean stuff. Red Eye Zombo Dragon, or Dargon. Clean also, did a formation swap for Cleo Magic, which was completely correct, actually. Because I ended up with exactly 144 for Sonya, which is what you're looking for. If you get that, you can skip Grensel's Raging Blow, which, well, cuts out a spell. Saves some time. Stand in the way. No, this was good. I don't know why this lost 2 seconds. This was solid. Stand in the way 2. I messed up the Luke Manip, which kind of blew, but otherwise solid split. Only 1 battle running to Great Forest, and 1 battle running to Kaku, which I would have controlled if I didn't mess up Luke's stat manip. But overall, pretty clean split. The only thing that could really be better here is, well, hitting that manip. There was something else. Oh, and my Luke stats sucked, but it gets you through Netcord, which just means I guess I don't get the Earthquake, the 6th Earthquake in the endgame, which does lose time. Not a ton, but it does lose time. Red Eyes, this is just bad luck with battles, I think. I had a lot of extra. So, it is what it is. I think a big part of that is when I entered the vault, so I need to be a bit more mindful of that. Like, what battle do I exit vault on? Also, I gotta see why I didn't get my, my Goldlet drop in vault. If I had to guess, it's because I didn't get, what was it? I think it's because of Kirkus speed. I think Kirkus, or Valeria Kirkus speed conflict thing. I think Kirkus was supposed to go before Valeria, and Valeria went before. But based on how RNG works, I don't think that should make a difference either, so I'm not sure. I gotta look at that. That doesn't look right to me. Maybe it's a Kirkus Gigante speed conflict, although that seems unlikely too, so I'm not sure. But I didn't get my gold up manip, which made me sad because I set up for it. Maybe I wasn't in Grace Period anymore. I don't know. I gotta review that. I'll do that review along with some other stuff. This is fine. I was pretty careful of my movement. Good dragon fight, though. Oh, well, I guess that's still here. Good dragon fight. Not good walks. That's like where a lot of the time lost was. I got a lot of extra battles. Gaspar. A little bit sloppy. That's why there was a little bit of time lost. I think I back... Did I back out of Vicky menu here, too? I messed something up. I don't remember what. I remember I did text skip and Seika because I messed something up. I think I accidentally added someone... No, that was Tom's run earlier, I think. What did I do here? I did something wrong here, and I just didn't push RNG forward enough, so I had to walk more, or I had to wait more in the inn. But otherwise, pretty clean. Milik, pretty bad. Once again, I had to go for the bad Opal fight, which is always slower, and I wasn't quite accurate with like aiming where I was in the RNG, which lost me more time. I had to take a lot of battles, and a lot of money spent. I mean, 41 seconds is probably just in Clive. Clive by himself is probably 41 seconds. There's like 20 more in Milik here. And like a little bit everywhere, kind of. Pawn Duel, pretty clean. I did my Marine with it pretty slow. Oh, and I accidentally gave Camille a Holy Rune that I had to remove. That sucked. Otherwise, I would have probably been tied. My strength was really good too. If I had 1 more strength, I could have done it the duel 1 turn faster. Teo, solid split, I guess. My Kairov movement was a bit janky, but otherwise I hit everything. Oh, and I took a bad path to Pirates because I'm really used to taking the path a certain way to Kairov. Like, just to have good visual indicators. I keep on going too far north before I turn left because of that habit from not doing Pirates first. So a little bit of improvement there. Also, I didn't take enough damage on McDole on Pirates. I wanted to take like another 40-50 damage, 1 more attack. If I had that happen, I would have... Well, actually, the way it worked out, it wouldn't have changed anything, I guess, but... In theory, if I do that properly, and Neckward doesn't do double lightning, wind plus any other magic, I can do 2-turn Neckward. Instead, I got a 4-turn Neckward, and I only lost a second here to my gold. And I had a random battle in both of these, so I think there's still like 10 seconds in this one. Probably more, with like the perfect setup. Bustin' balls, good. I think I saved a little bit of time over my gold because I cut an attack, and my PB I had 2 more attacks than my current run, if I recall correctly. It would make sense in terms of like the time that I gained and lost. I might have had a random battle in my PB though. I don't remember. I think it might have been that too. Griffith, this was fine. I had too many battles, honestly. This could be done with like 0 battles in theory. But I don't have the seed I had today routed yet. And I had a pretty shitty walk to Village of Elves, which sucks. Triple battle there. And 1 battle in Seek Valley, but luckily it was a run. Phantom Organist, I forgot to split here, but I'm sure I gained a bit of time because I had a really bad split here. Shell, I think I gained a little bit of time, I'm not sure. I'm gonna check these after I cut the recording. Sonya, this was fine. 4 battle, 2 turn standard. Scammed, I fucked this up by accidentally canceling out of the Wiki menu. This fucked me over really hard. Biggest time loss of the run. In guide, I think there's like 5 seconds here actually. I don't know if there's a full 5, but I didn't pick a fast option and I accidentally said no to Sonya. So and I messed up my menu a little bit for my party menu. So I think there's actually like almost 5 seconds here. Which for a split where nothing really happens, like RNG wise, that's quite significant. Barbarossa, I didn't bribe the 2 Phantom fight. I had 2 more fights than I think I could have in there. I think I could have gotten away with only having 2 fights if I do this optimally. But otherwise, solid. I think the place to run right before you enter the inn in Rockland, and that should set you up nicely. I didn't expect to get the 2 Phantom. It's actually pretty good to get the 2 Phantom. I just wasn't ready for it. Also kind of ran out of good magic to use, so I had to do 2 Shining Winds, which is the slowest animation. But the Barbarossa fight itself was really clean. And this was a double battle, very trolled double battle at the end, but it was okay, I guess. I mean, nothing really happens. I'd say 2 battle is slightly below average. I think average is like maybe 1.5. Which is rounded, obviously. I mean, you can't get a battle and a half, but you guys know what I mean. Alright, GG. Cutting the VOD now.